Hello friends, this is Nirmal here for Technique, and today we're going to do a detailed camera review of the Micromax Canvas Xpress 2. So this device is a budget device. It's just priced 5,999 and it has really good hardware. I mean it comes with a 13 megapixel rear camera with dual LED flash and a front facing 2 megapixel camera. So this is probably one of the cheapest phones with a 13 megapixel rear camera in India, and this is just priced 5,999. So in the hardware wise, this device is pretty impressive. It also has an octa-core processor. So now let's go into the camera aspects. So let's open the camera interface and see how the camera looks like. So you can see here, this is the typical Micromax branded smartphones with the same camera interface. You can see here you have lots of options. We have the live photo mode, the normal mode, the beauty face mode, HDR, smile shot, panorama, and also multi-angle view mode. So this is exactly similar to what we see on most of the Micromax phones powered by the MediaTek chipset. On the top you have the option to switch on the flash and switch to front facing camera. There is option to view the gallery, take photos, record videos, and finally the settings. So in the settings we have you can see a few options are included. So again, these are very similar. You have the color effects, scene modes, white balance, and in the imaging we have the voice capture, face detection, audio, auto scene detection, self timer, continuous shot, and picture size can be selected from 13 megapixel. It goes way down to QVGA. Then preview size, standard and full screen. And then we have the video recording mode, electronic image stabilization, microphone is there, and then we have the audio mode, time-lapse interval, and the video quality can be set to full HD. That's fine. So this does come with a pretty good amount of features, but the interface is pretty outdated now. Since this runs Android 4.4 KitKat, that's again an outdated version. The interface hasn't changed much. So this is the typical Micromax interface on most of the smartphones. And you can also see that the interface isn't really fast for capture. So you can see that it takes some time to focus, and also taking photos is not really fast. Sometimes when even if you click the button, the capture isn't really fast. But overall it's a decent camera interface. Considering this is a budget smartphone, we wouldn't have too much to complain with the interface. It does have options, but we would have ideally liked a better interface from Micromax, since this phone is kind of a good device in the budget category. So that was the camera interface. Now let's go straight into the camera samples. So here are some of the samples taken with this device. So as you can see from the photos, the clarity of photos looks pretty good in this price point. You can see the colors have come really good. That's mostly like most of the Samsung phones, which have great colors, and also the contrast looks pretty good for an budget smartphone. But the overall saturation levels are not really that impressive. Some of the photos have become oversaturated, especially when there is bright sunlight. But all in all, we would say this is a decent camera for taking photos. You can see some of the macro shots as well. They come pretty good, and the colors look really good and mostly spot on with the natural colors. So the color reproduction is pretty well on this device. The contrast ratios also look pretty good, but the overall saturation levels are not really that great. I mean that it's not really consistent. It's good in some photos, but it's not really that good in some others. So the overall consistency is not maintained in the photos, but overall we would say this device is pretty good in terms of the performance. The low light performance we would say is just an average camera. It's not really that best in the low light abilities. There is noise, and with the dual LED flash, it works really well. The flash is pretty powerful and lights up the object pretty well, and the low light quality is just average or basic. If you're taking in extreme low light condition, there is noise, but with a good amount of artificial lighting, it is able to produce pretty decent results in this budget category. So that was the camera samples from this device. So overall we would say this is a pretty decent 13 megapixel camera in this price point, because this is just priced less than 6,000 in India. So in that price point we don't see any 13 megapixel rear cameras, and this does a good job in capturing great details and colors, although the consistency in saturation is not that good. Now talking about the video recording, so here's the video sample again. Video sample was disappointing. It's not really that good, and the sharpness levels are way too low, and there is noise even in daylight recording. So the video recording capabilities are not that great, even though this has full HD recording. Now let's go to the front facing camera. So this does have a 2 megapixel front facing camera, and the front facing camera again is pretty basic. It's just a 2 megapixel shooter and does not really have great clarity. It's just for just quick selfies and sharing on social site, that's all. And it doesn't have that good quality in terms of the colors, and you can see here it's pretty noisy. You can see a lot of noise around these photos, and the sharpness levels are not that good. So this front facing camera is just an average camera, just for video calls and casual selfies, not really a selfie focused smartphone. So that was the front camera. It can also record videos. The front cam also can record videos, and the video quality is again very poor. It's not really that great quality. So all in all, it's not a selfie focused camera, but it's a very decent 13 megapixel rear camera with dual LED flash. I really would have liked a front facing 5 megapixel camera on the Canvas Xpress 2, but then you can't expect everything in a price point of 5,999. So for that price, we would say this is a decent 13 megapixel camera, and it does produce pretty good results considering this is a budget smartphone. So that was the camera review of the Micromax Canvas Xpress 2. Hope you like this video. Don't forget to hit the like button and also subscribe to our YouTube channel for more videos. Thanks for watching this video. Have a great day.